Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalayataksham Bhagavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Ikamaniya Vishesha Shobha
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Andani Yasa Sakalem Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Bhakti Kayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
344 guests for 4,130 Lakshmi points. Gross sales 521 guests for 4,429 Lakshmi points. Total 965 guests for 9,764 Lakshmi points. Lakshmi liberated yesterday Sanatan Giridhari Prabhu 60, member services 150, temple shop 301, total 511, and the weekly running total 17,267 Lakshmi points. Sankirtana ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Shira Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Batma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Charana Batma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Shri Guru Charana Batma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Batma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Vamdamuye Savadana Mate Vamdamuye Savadana Mate Muye Savadana Mate Jahara Prasadeva Eba Doriya Jahara Sadeva Ye Baba Toriya Jahara Prasadeva Ye Baba Toriya Jahara Prasadeva Ye Baba Toriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoi Jaha Hote Krishna Prapti Hoi Jaha Hote Krishna Prapti Hoi Jaha Hote Guru Mukhabatma Vakya Sitte Koriya Kya Guru Mukhabatma Vakya Sitte Koriya Kya Gurumukha Bhatma Vakya Siddhete Koriya Kya Bhatma Vakya Siddhete Koriya Kya Arana Koriyo Mane Asa Arana Koriyo Mane Asa Arana Koriyo Mane Asa Arana Koriyo Mane Asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Yese Uttamagati Shri Guru Charane Rati Yese Uttamagati Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Chakkudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se Chakkudan dilo janme janme Prabhu Chakkudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se janme janme Prabhu se Divya jan hrita prakasito Divya jan hrita Divya jan hrite prakasito jan prakasito Prema bhakti jaha hote avidya vinasa jati Prema bhakti jaha hote avidya vinasa jati Vide jai jagara tarito Vide jai jagara tarito Vide jai jagara tarito Tarito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Radha Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Radha Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Radha Bandhu Karuna Sindhu Adama Radha Lokenath Loke Rajivana Lokenath Loke Rajivana Lokenath Loke Rajivana Loke Rajivana Aha Prabhu Koro Doya Deho More Padachaya Aha Prabhu Koro Doya Deho More Padachaya Ibijay Shri Bhuvana Ibijay Shri Bhuvana Prabhupada Patita Pavana Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Budale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Yeti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Padaya Krishna Prestaya Budale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Yeti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivitesha Shunyavadi Vachata Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivitesha Shunyavadi Vachata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janvalabha Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Janvalabha Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tire Vanachari Yamuna Tire Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Sing, sing, sing. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannathai, Jagannathai, Baladevai, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha, Shri Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariyacharya Stota, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki, नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gurung, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from 7th canto, chapter 15, and we finished the 14th chapter. And we are starting with 15th chapter. Instructions for civilized human beings. I'll read the summary. The summary of the 15th chapter is as follows. In the previous chapter, Sri Narada Muni proved the importance of the Brahmana in society. Now in this chapter, he will show the differences between different grades of Brahmanas. Among the Brahmanas, some are householders and are mostly attached to fruitive activities for the betterment of social conditions. Above them, however, are Brahmanas who are very much attracted by austerities and penances and who retire from family life. They are known as Vanaprasthas. Other Brahmanas are very much interested in studying the Vedas and explaining the purport of the Vedas to others. Such Brahmanas are called Brahmacharis. And still other Brahmanas are interested in different types of yoga, especially Bhakti Yoga and Gnana Yoga. Such Brahmanas are mostly sannyasis, members of the renounced order of life. As far as householders are concerned, they engage in different types of scriptural activities, especially in offering oblations to their forefathers and giving as charity to other Brahmanas, the paraphernalia engaged in such sacrifices. Generally, the charity is given to sannyasis, Brahmanas in the renounced order of life. If such a sannyasi is not available, the charity is given to Brahmana householders engaged in fruitive activities. One should not make very elaborate arrangements to perform the Shraddha ceremony of offering oblations to one's forefathers. The best process for the Shraddha ceremony is to distribute Bhagavad Prasad, remnants of food that has first been offered to Krishna, to all the one's forefathers and relatives. This makes a first-class Shraddha ceremony. In the Shraddha ceremony, there is no need to offer meat or eat meat. Unnecessary killing of animals must be avoided. Those who are in the lower grades of society prefer to perform sacrifices by killing animals, but one who is advanced in knowledge must avoid such unnecessary violence. Brahmanas should execute their regulative duties in worshipping Lord Vishnu. Those who are advanced in knowledge of religious principles must avoid 5 kinds of irreligion known as Vidharma, Paradharma, Dharmabhas, Upabdharma and Chaladharma. One must act according to the religious principles that suit his constitutional position. It is not that everyone must adhere to the same type of religion. The general principle is that a poor man should not unnecessarily endeavor for economic development. One who refrains from such endeavors but who engages in devotional service is most auspicious. One who is not satisfied with the mind must fall to degradation. One must conquer lusty desires, anger, greed, fear, lamentation, illusion, fright, unnecessary talks on material subjects, violence, the four miseries of material existence, and the three material qualities. That is the objective of human life. One who has no faith in the spiritual master, who is identical with Sri Krishna, cannot get any benefit from reading Shastra. One should never consider the spiritual master an ordinary human being, even though the members of the spiritual master's family may think of him as such. Meditation and other processes of austerity are useful only if they help in advancement towards Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, they are simply a waste of time and labor. For those who are not devotees, such meditation and austerities cause fall down. Every householder should be very careful, because even though a householder may try to conquer the senses, he becomes a victim to the association of relatives and falls down. Thus, a grahastha must become a vanaprastha or sannyasi, live in a secluded place, and be satisfied with food gotten by begging from door to door. He must chant the Omkar mantra or Hare Krishna mantra, and in this way he will perceive transcendental bliss within himself. After taking sannyas, however, if one returns to grahastha life, he is called a vantasi, which means one who eats his own vomit. Such a person is shameless. A householder should not give up the ritualistic ceremonies, and a sannyasi should not live in society. If a sannyasi is agitated by the senses, he is a cheater influenced by the modes of passion and ignorance. When one assumes a role in goodness by starting philanthropic or altruistic activities, such activities become impediments on the path of devotional service. The best process for advancing in devotional service is to abide by the order of the spiritual master. For one, by his direction, can one conquer the senses. Unless one is completely Krishna conscious, there is a chance of falling down. Of course, if in performing ritualistic ceremonies and other fruitive activities, there are also many dangers at every moment. Fruitive activities has been divided into 12 portions. Because of performing fruitive activities, which are called the path of dharma, one has to accept the cycle of birth and death. But when one takes to the path of moksha or liberation, which is described in Bhagavad Gita as Archana Marg, one can get relief from the cycle of birth and death. The Vedas describe these two paths as Pitrayan and Devayan. Those who follow the paths of Pitrayan and Devayan are never bewildered, even while in the material body. A monistic philosopher who gradually develops control of the senses understands that the objective of all the different ashramas, the statuses of life, is salvation. One must live and act according to Shastras. If one who is performing the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies becomes a devotee, even if he is a grahastha, he can receive the causeless mercy of Krishna. The objective of a devotee is to return home back to Godhead. Such a devotee, even though not performing ritualistic ceremonies, advances in spiritual consciousness by the supreme will of the personality of Godhead. One may actually become successful in spiritual consciousness by the mercy of devotees, or one may fall from spiritual consciousness by being disrespectful to devotees. In this regard, Narad Muni narrated the history of how he had fallen from the Gandharva kingdom, how he was born in a Shudra family, and how by serving exalted Brahmanas he became the son of Lord Brahma and was reinstated in his transcendental position. After narrating all these stories, Narad Muni praised the mercy received from the Lord by the Pandavas. Maharaj Yudhishthir, after hearing from Narada, became ecstatic in love of Krishna, and then Narad Muni left that place and returned to his own place. Thus, Sukdev Goswami, having described various descendants of the daughters of Daksha, ends the 7th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So let's read the first verse which is on the board. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripanare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripanare. Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana. Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. One more person. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaya Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Mataji. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Karmanishta Dvija Kechit Taponishta Nripapare Swadhyaye Anye Pravachane Kechana Gnana Yogayo. Shri Narada Vacha Narada Muni said, Karmanishta, attached to ritualistic ceremonies according to one's social status as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Sudra. Dvija, the twice born, especially the Brahmanas. Kechit, some. Tapa, Nishtha, very much attached to the austerities and penances. Nripa, O king. Apare, others. Swadhyaye, in studying Vedic literature. Anye, others. Pravachane, delivering speeches on Vedic literature. Kechana, some. Gnana Yogaya, in culturing knowledge and practicing Bhakti Yoga. Translation. Narad Muni continued, "My dear king, some Brahmanas are very much attached to fruitive activities. Some are attached to austerities and penances, and still others study the Vedic literature. Whereas some, although very few, cultivate knowledge and practice different yogas, especially Bhakti Yoga." Please repeat. Narad Muni continued, "My dear king, some Brahmanas are very much attached to fruitive activities." Who are they? Here 4 kinds of Brahmanas are explained. So who are the Brahmanas who are very much attached to the fruitive activities? Sorry? Dvij. Yeah, all Brahmanas are Dvij born. But I'll give you a hint. This is speaking about the ashramas. Karma? Yeah, Karmanishta Brahmanas. So who are Karmanishta Brahmanas? Grahastha Brahmanas. Yeah. So Grahastha Brahmanas are the ones who are Karmanishta, who are the Brahmanas attached to fruitive activities. The next will be easy. Some are attached to austerities and penances. Who are they? Loudly. Yogis, okay. Yeah. From the ashramas. One is gone, Grahastha is gone. Yeah. Attached to austerity and penances. Vanaprastha, good guess. Vanaprastha, they are attached to austerities and penances, those who take to Vanaprastha ashram. And still others study the Vedic literature. Obvious, brahmacharis. Whereas some, although very few, cultivate knowledge and practice different yogas, especially Bhakti Yoga. Good, last one left, sannyasis. Sorry? Yes, they are all Vaishnavas if they are surrendered to Krishna. So it's not that Grahastha cannot be a Vaishnava or… That's right, but here this verse we are speaking, Narad Muni is speaking about Brahmanas. So 4 nishthas are mentioned here. Karma nishtha, which is Grahasthas, which are attached to performing ritualistic ceremonies. Taponistha or Vanaprastha, who are in the Tapo ashram or in the later stage of life. When a Grahastha gives up all, finishes all his duties and gives up all the attachment, he goes into the Vanaprastha ashram. And then Swadhyaya Nishtha are the brahmacharis who engage in Swadhyaya and Para, the 2 things mentioned. Swadhyaya, Anne, Pravachane. So they preach and study. Study and preach is the main occupation of a brahmachari. And then Gnana Nishtha. These are the sannyasis who dedicate their lives in cultivating knowledge and practice of different kinds of yoga, especially Bhakti Yoga. And in this sequence we see first Grahasthas are mentioned, then Vanaprasthas are mentioned, then Brahmacharis are mentioned, then sannyasis are mentioned. It is mentioned, it is based on the gradation. So the best of all the Brahmanas is the sannyasi Brahmana. Then is Brahmachari Brahmana, and then there is Vanaprastha Brahmana, and the lowest of all is Grahastha Brahmana. Why is it? Yeah, because Grahastha Brahmanas are engaged in fruitive activities. So they are the lowest, whereas the sannyasis have completely given up all the sannyas, all the ashas are given up. They have completely given up all the attachments of material world. So they are the best of the Brahmanas. So we see here from the description, in this summary it is mentioned how different Brahmanas are explained. We won't go into the entire summary, but instead of taking second verse, I thought we can do a little bit of recap of this section, at the same time speak on this verse from the summary. So today is a very auspicious day. Anyone knows why it is an auspicious day? Nobody knows. Why? We don't see calendar. Every day is auspicious day. Why? When you are with Krishna, yes, every day is an auspicious day. Every day you hear Bhagavatam is an auspicious day. True. But even in that context, it is an auspicious day. Today is Meena Sankranti. It is mentioned in an year, there are 12 Sankrantis. Today is Meena Sankranti, and this is considered one of the most auspicious of all the 12 Sankrantis. And anything you perform, if you want to do any auspicious activity, you can do it today, and it will give you benefit, much more benefit than usual. Or you can give foods and clothing to the Brahmanas. And it's interesting, we are reading about Brahmanas here. You can give food and clothing to the Brahmanas on Meena Sankranti, and it will give you a lot more benefit. And also this day marks the end of winter in India and the start of spring season. So that is why again this is a change of season today, so Meena Sankranti. But why is it auspicious? As Mataji mentioned, every day you hear Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, it is auspicious. But we are starting a new chapter. We are starting the first verse of 15th chapter. So anytime you start a new canto or a new chapter in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, it is auspicious. Of course, Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. Whenever you hear Bhagavatam, it is auspicious. But again, in that context also, it is auspicious. So, what's the meaning of Sankranti? Sankranti means change of the equinox of the sun, movements of the sun. So when the sun changes its position, then it is known as Sankranti, because it's change of weather and seasons as well. Okay, so in 7th canto, it describes two types of bhakti, Suddha Bhakti and Mishra Bhakti. So the first part, the first 10 chapters explains Suddha Bhakti. What was the main point in the first 10 chapters? Prahlad Maharaj. It explains about the pure devotional service of Prahlad Maharaj. And the last 5 chapters, 11 to 15, explains Mishra Bhakti. So this 7th canto is a narration going on between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Narad Muni. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking all these questions and Narad Muni is answering the questions. So the first 10 chapters explained how Prahlad Maharaj performed pure devotional service right from the womb and till the death of Hiranyakashipu and even after that. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj asked further, but this is good, pure devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj was fortunate enough to have association of Narad Muni within the womb of Kayadu. So he was an exceptional kind of a character because he got association right within the womb, and that too of Narad Muni. But what about us? What about we Grahasthas? So the first thing he asked in the 11th chapter when Prahlad Maharaj's pastime finishes, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked, please tell me how the principles of religion can be performed by general occupational duties, and what are the general occupational duties. So he asked about Sanatana Dharma, he asked about Varnashram Dharma, and how one can advance in spiritual life. So he's asking, Bhagwan Srotum Ichchami. He's referring Narad Muni to Bhagwan Srotum Ichchami. I have got a desire to hear. Nirnam Dharmam Sanatanam. So tell me about Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? What does the word Sanatan mean? Eternal. What is the eternal dharma of each and every living entity? So what is the eternal? Nirnam Dharma Sanatanam. Varnashram Achara Yutam. And how one can perform this Varnashram. We all are to different degrees following Varnashram Dharma. Srila Prabhupada, once somebody questioned Srila Prabhupada, Varnashram is the old concept, it's a Vedic concept. Today we don't see anyone following Varnashram Dharma. And Prabhupada mentioned, no, even today we see many people acting as police officers or soldiers, many people acting as doctors, many people acting as teachers. many people working in the labor class, many people are politicians, and many people are businessmen. So even one accepts or not everyone can become a businessman, CEO, right? Not everyone can become a soldier. Not everyone can work as a car washer or cleaning the drains, right? Gardening or something like that. So they have got inclination to work. So whether it's direct or indirect, there is varnashram dharma. There are people of category of Kshatriya, there are people who are Vaishyas, there are people who are Sudras. So there are people in different categories already. So varnashram dharma is there. So again, Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, tell how varnashram achara yutham, how can that be practiced? Yat puman vindate param, especially when one is enjoying life. And so he's specifically asking about grahastha ashram, those who are in the grahastha ashram. How can they advance? How can they get liberation in the grahastha ashram? And then in 14th chapter, so in 11 to 14, Narad Muni is explaining different varnas, ashram, the duties of sannyasi, the duties of vanaprastha, duties of brahmacharis. And now in 14th chapter, Maharaj Yudhishthira is inquiring directly, explain about the grahastha ashram. Those who are in the grahastha ashram, who are staying at home without knowledge of the goal of life, how can they easily attain liberation according to the instructions of Vedas? This grahastha ashram is very important. Why is it so important? Sorry. It's the ashram you can go back easily, back to Godhead. Okay. You had a point? No. Yeah, most of the people, it is hard to remain brahmachari. It is hard to take up vanaprastha in today's life. There are no vana left. How can you go to vanaprastha? If you have to go to vanaprastha, you have to go at least 200-kilometer walk. And then you will find some forest. So it's difficult to find vana. And even if you go there, it will be hard to find any fruit trees. In the olden days, there used to be fruit and vegetable trees growing all over the places. So they could survive on in the vana. But these days, we will not find any fruit trees or vegetable trees. So vanaprastha is difficult. Srila Prabhupada said, for devotees, vanaprastha is going to Vrindavan. So, but anyways, vanaprastha is difficult. Sannyas is even prohibited in Kali Yuga. What to speak of taking sannyas? It is so difficult to completely dedicate one's body, mind and words to Krishna. So these three ashram are very difficult to perform. And as Sevya mentioned, grahastha is easily performed, but of course it is very difficult. It is challenging actually at times. I sometimes do Gundicha service. If anyone knows this service, you wash all the floors of the altar and outside you put water and then wipe it off. And if you are not conscious, what happens? Easily I have slipped a couple of times and I have learnt my lesson a bit hard way. But it's very easy to slip on a marble floor because you cannot see water, and you step on a place which has got a lot of water, and if you are not conscious, you will easily slip off. So grahastha life is like that. So grahastha life is like a marble floor. It is opulent. You get to enjoy some opulence, but then it's slippery. You cannot see water on it. You can easily slip on it. So one has to be very careful in grahastha life. Especially Prahlad Maharaj mentions, what is the example Prahlad Maharaj gives for grahastha ashram? Grihe andha kupam. What does that mean? Yeah, grahastha ashram is like a dark well. One can easily fall into the ignorance of the dark well. So Narad Muni is saying, to the question asked by Yudhishthira Maharaj, how can one progress in Grahastha Ashram? In 14th chapter and 15th chapter, he is explaining different aspects of the Grahastha Ashram. So in the next verse itself, he is mentioning Griheshu avasthito rajan. The first thing he is saying, for a Grahastha, it is important that he lives avasthito. He stays in the Grahastha Ashram with his family. One should not reject his family. One should not, and these days we see people don't want to enter into Grahastha Ashram. They don't want to be committed to a single person. They don't want to take responsibility of children. And so this is the first point Narad Muni is saying. Grihe avasthito rajan. A Grahastha should stay in the family. He should take the responsibility of wife and children. That is the most important point. Then he said, Kriya kurvan yatho ichchita. So one should perform activities. Kriya, one should perform the activities. Yatho uchchita. Suitable as given by the Guru and Shastra, under the direction of the Guru. Vasudeva arpanam sakshad. And whatever he earns has to be given to Vasudeva, has to be offered to Vasudeva. As Grihastha, we have been, Srila Prabhupada has given us a nice program where everything we eat, we first offer it to the Lord. And we take prasad. Everything that we eat is prasad. So we are offering it to Krishna and then take prasad. So it's not that Grihastha lives in poverty. Grihastha lives in opulence, but the consciousness is Vasudeva Arpanam Sakshad. Everything is offered to the Lord first. And then we take remnants of the Lord. So even Grihasthas enjoy, but it's a consciousness, change of consciousness, Vasudeva Arpanam Sakshad. Upasita Mahamunim. So Narad Muni is saying, one should do all these activities. Grihastha should always associate with devotees. Upasito Mahamunim. So one should always be in the association of pure devotees. And this is the formula for a Grihastha ashram. Narad Muni gives in the first verse itself, the second verse of 14th chapter. He mentions about how a Grihastha should live. Otherwise it is very difficult. It is like Griham Andha Kupam. There was a nice poem, not a poem, song. I just was searching on different aspects of Grihastha ashram and found this poem written by 1972. Fred Martin, he writes, "It's so easy to sleep, it's so easy to fall and let your memory drift and do nothing at all. All the love that you missed, all the people that you can't recall, do they really exist at all?" So it tells about the Grihastha person who has fallen so many times, and after a while, what happens? He forgets. As one gets older, in a lifetime of a person, you meet so many people. And as you grow older, you see, and you make so many friends as well. And as you grow older, how do you know you are getting older? Sorry? Gray hair, yes, yeah. Your teeth, knees, body starts to give you problem, mind starts to give you problem. But again, most of us, even looking at getting old, we don't believe we are old. So how do we know we are getting old? Yeah. Sorry? Then you try to see many people are younger than us. They have got more energy. What else? Sorry? Yeah, you become physically, once you were able to run 5 kilometers, now 100-meter walk is a challenge. Yes, that makes you feel you are getting old. What else? Here in that song which I just mentioned. Mind is more calm. Calm or karma, calm. As you get older, there is no anxiety. I think that is only for devotees like you. But generally it is more agitated because now you are frustrated. Because the desires have increased over a period of time. If you have not controlled your desires, if you have not controlled your senses, the desires keep on increasing as you grow older, but you are unable to fulfill those desires. When you are young, to certain degree, you can fulfill the desires, right? If you want to play soccer, you can go and run and do all those things. But after 50, 60, if somebody tells me, come play soccer, I'll start thinking whether I should run or not. Because immediately within 30 seconds, I'll have knee pain, ankle pain, this pain, that pain, back pain, yeah. So, you have to think so many times. But really how, as this song says, all the love that you missed, all the people that you can't recall, do they really exist at all? So it's an interesting point. When you start to grow older, you see all the people you knew, slowly they start to disappear. If you are old enough, 70s, 80s, 90s, you see all your colleagues, friends have gone. That shows it's next, you are the next in the queue. Yes, Prabhu, you had a point? Yeah. So, and as Prabhu mentioned, you see all the young people there, but no one of your age. Or if there are any of your age, very, very few have left. Most of them have passed away. So, this shows how you start getting older. One should realize now it can be me anytime. So, there's an interesting story which was, I think, mentioned by Srila Prabhupada. There is a brahmachari disciple, or Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, I think it was in the stories by Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. So there is a brahmachari disciple who is in his 20s, and he asked his guru, I have a desire to get married. So can you give me about 10 years, I'll fulfill my desire, and then in 10 years' time, I'll come back. And the guru said, yeah, okay, if you have got desire to marry, go marry, get married. So he went, got married, and then he got busy in his grahastha life. So then after 10 years passed, the guru knocked on his door, saying, 10 years have passed, why don't you said you wanted 10 years, I allowed you 10 years, now come back, now start spiritual life again. You had enough of your grahastha life. And he said, Guru Maharaj, I have got young children, they are in their 3-4 years old, so give me another 10 years. Once they have finished their studies, let me educate them properly, so they become a good grahasthas or good citizens, and then give me 10 years and I'll come with you. So Guru went, said, okay, I'll give you 10 years. So Guru went, and the person, this brahmachari, got again, not anymore a brahmachari, this person again got busy in his daily routine. And then 10 years passed by, and Guru comes back again knocking on the door. Say, you asked for another 10 years are over, now let's go. Again, start your spiritual life. And then this boy says, or not boy, this person, grahastha says, I have just started my business, and it's really flourishing well. If I live at this point, everything, all my hard work will go in vain. So give me another 10 years, let me establish this business so my kids don't have to worry about anything material life, and they will become a better citizen, they will become good devotees as well. So let me properly establish this business, just give me 10 more years. Once I establish this business, I'll come with you. The Guru went by, and then came back, again 10 years passed, he came back. Now that hut that he was living in had become a big mansion, big house. So Guru knocked on this door, and this person came out, and he had old children, all looking good. So he said, okay, 10 years have passed, let's go. Now you have done, you have fulfilled your desires, you got married, you had son, you established business, you have got a nice house for them, they will be looked after. And he said, no, Guru Maharaj, now is the real time, they need me. They have got children, grandchildren. So I need to look after them so that they can go and work, they can do something for the society. So please give me another 5-10 years and I'll come. Once the grandchildren are old enough, then I'll come with you. And the Guru goes and comes back in 10 years' time. And this time, when he knocks on the door, there are a lot of grandchildren playing, and he asks the grandchildren, where is this person? And they showed, he passed away. And they showed a photo, he passed away a couple of years ago. He's no more. And then he saw a dog barking there. And, sorry? Yeah, so he saw the dog barking there. And Guru could immediately recognize that this dog was none other than his old brahmachari student. So he started speaking to this dog and gave him blessing so that the dog can communicate as well. So he told the dog, you have become a dog here because you were so much attached to this house. You passed away and came as a dog in this house. Let's go. Still, it's not late. You can still practice devotional life. Let's go. And the dog said, no, no, no. These children are always running around. My grandchildren are going out. I need to protect. And there are so many thieves who can come and take away all their wealth and even steal these kids, kidnap these kids. So I need to protect this family. So give me another 5 years and probably I'll come with you. So the Guru left and then came back in 5 years' time. Even the dog had passed away. And the Guru, with his transcendental vision, saw, where is this boy now? Where is this brahmachari student now? And he saw he had become a snake and he was guarding the treasury inside the house, where all the treasury was placed. So with his divine vision, he said to the snake, let's go, what are you doing here? Now you have become a snake. You have degraded your life to such an extent that you are just like a snake now. There is no use. So come back, come with me. And he said, no, there is so much of wealth which needs to be guarded, and there are always thieves who are coming inside the house. So I need to protect this wealth, my hard-earned wealth for this family. So now Guru realized this guy is not going to listen like this. So he called those children who were playing, grandchildren who were playing. He said, in your house there is a snake at this place. But he is a harmless snake, so don't kill him, just break his back. So all the boys went with a stick and they saw, yes, there was a snake at this place in the house, in the corner of the house. So they hit him on his back and broke his back. And then brought that snake to this Guru. And then this Guru said, are you ready to go now? See, the people whom you are protecting, they are the ones who have bitten you and broken your back. And then this devotee said, yes, Gurudev, I am ready. I have got my lesson, I have learnt my lesson. So this is the life. It's an interesting story, but this is each and every Grihastha's life. So every Grihastha tries to, especially the first generation or second generation Grihasthas who come here, first generation Grihasthas who come here to Australia on a student visa or some visa, work visa, they try to get PR. That's their dream. Once I get PR, I'll be okay. Or if he's a student, he will think about, let me get a job, I'll be okay. Let me get PR, I'll be okay. Then let me get citizen, I'll be okay. Then let me get a house, I'll be okay. Let me have children, I'll be okay. Let the children get into the good school, I'll be okay. Let the children become good citizens, I'll be okay. So this keeps on going. It's like the carrot in front of the donkey. To make the donkey run faster, what does the owner do? He ties a stick on his head and there's a carrot hanging in front. And what does the donkey does not realize that carrot is hanging off the stick on his head. So he keeps walking faster and faster that he will get to the carrot one day. So this is how Maya Devi tricks us. A Grihastha keeps on thinking, this will make me happy, this will make me happy, this will give me satisfaction. And he keeps on running like this. Mata, you had a point? Sorry? Probably he might have got, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not say what was his life after that. But he might have got some good because the Guru was pleased with him in the end. Because he was attached to the house. And Prabhupada mentions, if you are too much attached to your house and possessions, you can become a tree in the house. Of course, initiation does not mean you are going to go back home, back to Godhead. Just by taking initiation, you don't go back home, back to Godhead. You have to practice devotional service. And this is a good point, we are coming to that. So what does this section explain? What should one do? Perform pure devotional service under the guidance of spiritual master. What is pure devotional service? What is the definition of pure devotional service given by Srila Rupa Goswami? Uninterrupted, unalloyed, which is given Ahituki apratihata yatma suprasidati, which is given in Bhagavatam itself. But Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gives the definition of, that's right, Anya abhilashita sunyam gnana karmadi anavritam anukulyana krishnanu silanam bhakti uttama. And this is exactly what Narad Muni is mentioning in this chapter. That your bhakti should not have anya abhilashita. Anya abhilashita means no other desires. Sunyam, gnana karmadi anavritam. They should not be tinged with gnana or karma. They should not have any ulterior motive. Anukulyana krishnanu. It should be anukulyana. Anukul means it should be favorable towards Krishna. Krishnanu. Bhaktir uttama. So there are, in this verse, there are some primary characteristics of bhakti or Swarupa Lakshana, and there are Tatastha Lakshana. So as we heard, it should be devoid of material desires, devoid of knowledge and fruitive activities. It should be done for Krishna favorably and as Krishna desires. So which are the primary characteristics in this verse? Anukulyana krishnanu silanam bhakti uttama. So it is Krishnanu. The first point, the most important point is one should practice devotional service for Krishna alone, not for anyone else. Bhagavatam mentions dharma svanustita pumsa vishvaksena kathasuya na utpade yati ratim shrama evahi kevalam. What does this mean? If anyone's occupational duty or work does not invoke or evoke hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, Sri Krishna, then it's shrama evahi kevalam. It's a waste of time. So anything that we do should evoke our attraction for the Lord's pastime, attraction for the Lord. That is real. Krishna nu silanam bhakti uttama. That is real bhakti. And again, Dehuti mentions actually in the 3rd canto, at the end of, in the 23rd chapter of 3rd canto, Neya yat karma dharmasya na vairagya kalpate na tirtha pada sevaya jivan api mrityu hi saha. Neya yat karma dharmaya. If anyone's activities that he is doing, karma, whatever activity one is performing, it does not culminate into dharma, religious principles. It is not in line with the religious principles. And any religious practices that we do, neha yat karma dharmaya na vairagya kalpate. So what is the reason why we perform religious duties? It should culminate into vairagya. It should culminate into detachment from the material world. Na vairagya kalpate. Na tirtha pada sevaya. And even that detachment or vairagya does not culminate into the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. Na tirtha pada sevaya. If it does not invoke one's devotional practices, then jivan api mrityu hisa. It's better, even though we are living, it is like a dead body. Even though we are breathing, it is like a dead body. So, very powerful verse Dehuti is mentioning to Kapila Muni. So, the first one, it should be for Krishna. Krishna anu silanam. Anu shilanam, it has to be active engagement. One should work favorably. One should work, do some service. It's not that I am a Krishna devotee, but I don't want to do anything. It should not be like that. There has to be some active service one should perform. Then it is bhakti. So again, in this section it is mentioned there is Pravritti Marg and Nivritti Marg. So both the margs are good. One should act in a way which is favorable towards Krishna consciousness, and one should reject things which are unfavorable. And then under the guidance of a spiritual master, one can progress in spiritual life. Anukullena, one should always have favorable attitude towards Krishna consciousness. There are examples where Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, they please the Lord by unfavorable desires. Kamsa Bhayat, so different personalities, demons are mentioned who gave pleasure to Krishna by their unfavorable behavior, but that is not recommended. Rupa Goswami is mentioning we should always have anukullena, we should have favorable, because then we can progress quickly, rapidly. So these are the primary characteristics of bhakti. And the secondary characteristic of bhakti is when we perform bhakti, there should not be any ulterior motive. We should not perform bhakti with a motive to make money or get fame or become a prominent person. So that is ulterior motive. Those motives should not be there. Gnana karmadya navritam, anya abhilashita sunyam. So bhakti should only be performed. There's an interesting point. Suppose if in this assembly, at least we know we are all devotees, and when we come in front of Krishna, just for example, one day we just praying, nobody's in the temple room, and we are chanting or we are praying to Krishna, and Krishna appears in front of us. What do you want? What are we going to say? What do we want? Any brave person here? If Krishna appears, sorry. Peaceful, yeah. So we'll say we want peace. What else?
I'll say I want money.
You'll say
Poor.
to
Help poor.
to help poor. I want money. Okay. What else? Keep on doing. Who is doing good? Krishna is. Yeah. Okay. So we'll tell Krishna, do whatever you are doing, I don't want anything. Yeah, but if Krishna, you are praying to Krishna for something, right? And then Krishna appears in front of you and says, okay, what do you want? That you are already there. So
We pray to solve our problems.
solve our problems, yeah, we will say, solve this problem, that problem. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, so he knows what is best for us. So yes, we will help, we'll ask him health. But what is the point of all these things? What is the point? We might get money, we might get health, we might get everything material. But what is the point? We'll remain in this material world. It's easy for Krishna to give us all the material things. Not even Krishna will not even interfere when we want anything material. The demigods, the Parshadas of Krishna, they itself will award you all those things. The Maya Devi itself will award you all those things. We don't need to go to Krishna. So, like if you want something, if you want $10, you don't go to the CEO of a company. If you want a donation of $10, you don't go to the CEO of the company, right? One of the managers can give you that, or one of the employees of that company can give you that. You go to the CEO of a company with something valuable you want, right? Something important or something which normal people cannot give you. So the demigods are sufficient to give you all those material things. So why do we go to Krishna? And it is mentioned, Srila Prabhupada in one of the purports here mentions, everyone should desire to go back home, back to Godhead. Everyone should desire, I don't want to stay here again, but that desire should not be. Sorry? But we have to work towards that. You can't leave it on Krishna that he will do it when he wants to do it. You have to desire to go back home, back to Godhead, and you have to qualify yourself to be that. Yeah, so that is why you need to perform bhakti. You need to perform the Navvidha bhakti which are given by Prahlad Maharaj. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevan, Marshanam, Vandam, Dashyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So all those limbs of bhakti we have to perform, and that is why it is mentioned Anukulyana Krishnanum, Shilanam, Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. One has to engage in active devotional service. Otherwise, we will not be able to go back home, back to God. We are fortunate, we have got anyways, it's almost time for me to finish, so. I'll finish with the 6 characteristics of bhakti, which are when we perform sadhana bhakti. There are 2 types of bhakti in sadhana bhakti, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and Raganuga sadhana bhakti. So sadhana bhakti, immediately we start to perform sadhana bhakti, what happens? Kleshagni and Subhada, all our material distress burns off, and auspiciousness tries to, our life becomes auspicious, comes in our life. So Kleshagni and Subhadra manifest, and then we come to Bhava Bhakti. The symptoms of Bhava Bhakti is Sudurlabha. First of all, it is very rare. And then one does not even desire for liberation, Moksha Lagukrit. And then one leads to Prema Bhakti, which is Sandrananda Visheshatma. It gives us condensed bliss, eternal bliss. One experiences eternal bliss. And that bhakti, Prema Bhakti, is such that it even attracts Krishna, Sri Krishna Akarshani. So this is the practice that is given to us, and we should perform devotional service, bhakti, so that we can come to that level of prema, love for Godhead. Only then we will be able to go back home, back to Godhead. Not unless we have got any other ulterior motives. So if we want peace, if we want money, if we want something of the material world, we will be here birth after birth after birth. It is easy for Krishna or even the demigods to give us all those things. But what we want is love for the Lord. What we want, and only then we can go back home, back to Godhead, which is our eternal home. Only if we love Lord, if we have got prema for the Lord. Yeah. I'll stop here. Any questions, comments?
We can ask, help us to increase our life.
That's right. And how do we increase our love? Srila Prabhupada gives an example. If a husband loves his wife, or a wife loves her husband, how does she show that? Sorry? By serving, yes. By serving, the husband serves the wife serves the husband, and that shows her love for the husband.
But she can ask the husband or wife, how do you want me to serve you better?
Yeah, so that is already given. That is given by the gurus and sastras. So it's already mentioned in Shastra, and Guru gives us the direction how we can serve the Lord. So under the guidance of Guru and Shastra, we can serve the Lord, which will increase our love for the Lord. And that is why there is importance of a Guru in a devotee's life. A devotee does not act whimsically. He is always under the guidance of a Guru. Any other question?
We need to offer God. God is the one who is creating everything, like milk or whatever we are offering to God. Should we offer Him? Like, who are we to offer Him to?
That's right. So the example is given like a small child buys a gift for a mother or a father on a Father's Day or Mother's Day. 5-year-old child buys a gift. When he goes to school, there are stalls and they buy a gift for mother or father. Does the father say, "This is my money that you are giving me a gift, what nonsense is this?" Does he say that? No, father appreciates. that the child is thinking about him, or a mother appreciates that the child is thinking about her. So even though everything belongs to the Lord, right? But when we offer it to the Lord appreciates that this person is thinking about me, he is giving me something. Yeah. So that is why we need to offer it to the Lord. It's a show of appreciation. What can we give? Srila Prabhupada mentions everything, and there are Sahasra Lakshmis. Brahma Samhita mentions there are thousands of Lakshmis serving the Lord. And they are serving him in opulence. What can we give? What is our $10, $20 or $100 going to do for the Lord? He does not need that. But it's just a show of affection for the Lord.
The question is, should we ask for something like you said, no, like we shouldn't ask anything?
No, it's not we shouldn't ask anything. We should ask for service. We should ask for devotional service. We should ask for how I can increase my love for the Lord. At this stage, we don't have any affection for the Lord. So we can go in front of the Lord and say, tell me how I can increase my affection, my attraction for you.
In case we pray like that, we are scared, like we think, like my family should be protected. That's still there, right?
Yeah, and Rupa Goswami mentions that's not against devotional service. If you are asking for health, if you are asking for life which is not, it is favorable towards devotional service, then it is also part of pure devotional service. It is still anukulyena krishnanu. Because by that you are going to perform devotional service. So it is still favorable. It is still pure devotional service. Part of it. Yeah, we'll stop here. Granth Raj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all for coming.